If your plan is to take the Louis Garneau Trust Bike to the mountains, get that out of your head right now. There's no way. The components are horrible, but for $400, they work. This is a review of the Louis Garneau Trust Bike. This Louis Garneau Trust Bike was $399 from Costco.ca delivered. And no, that's not your imagination. It has a goddamn flat tire in the back. Now normally a flat tire is not a big deal, but here's what happened to me on the first day owning the Louis Garneau Trust Bike. You're gonna wanna hear this story before you buy a Louis Garneau Trust Bike from Costco, because this definitely will happen to you if you buy a Louis Garneau Trust Bike as well. 10 a.m., Louis Garneau Trust Bike gets delivered. By 11:30, the Louis Garneau Trust Bike is assembled. Took about an hour and a half to get everything running smoothly. The Shiamo cantilever V-brakes are super cheap and super shitty. To be expected at a $399 price point on a bike. Fair enough. If you buy a $400 bicycle, you're gonna have to spend some time adjusting it, especially the brakes and the gears, to get things working smoothly. But here is where everything went completely to shit. 12 o'clock, take the Louis Garneau Trust Bike out for its maiden voyage. Get about 5K from the car, bang, flat tire. Walked 5K back to the car, drove to Canadian Tire, purchased 2 inner tubes just to be safe, threw in the new inner tube, pumped it up in the parking lot, back to the city pathway, took it out for a bike ride, bam, flat back tire. Now, I was prepared this time. I had a spare inner tube on me, I had my shitty little tools, and I had my stupid portable pump. So I thought, F you, Louis Garneau Trust Bike. I beat you. I knew this was coming. I knew you were gonna have another flat tire. I thought it'd be on the front again. Nope, on the back. So, change the back inner tube, pump it up, give the Louis Garneau Trust Bike the finger, get on and start riding away. Bang, 1 kilometer later, another flat tire. Another flat tire. I didn't buy 3 inner tubes because I thought there's no way in hell one bike would take 3 inner tubes in the same day on 2 different rims. Not a chance in hell. On the Louis Garneau Trust Bike, you need to carry a minimum of 3 spare inner tubes in your portable pump, or you're gonna be screwed like I was. You're gonna end up walking 10 kilometers, pushing the Louis Garneau Trust Bike 10 kilometers in the same damn day. Enjoy. So, if by some miracle, if by some complete fluke act of God, I got the only Louis Garneau Trust Bike with shitty rims that obviously are puncturing the inner tubes and giving flats. If everyone else's is perfect, if you get a Louis Garneau Trust Bike that doesn't blow tires out, is it okay? Well, for $399, yeah. If this bike had different tires, inner tubes, and rims, it'd be pretty solid. The components are horrible, but for $400, they work. If you have tools at home and you can adjust these things, these are passable. This is the one caveat though. On the Costco.ca website, the first sentence in the description of the Louis Garneau Trust Bike says, and I quote, "The Louis Garneau Trust Bike is a great way to start your mountain adventure," which is complete and utter bullshit. Can you imagine if I had driven 100 kilometers out to the mountains, been stupid enough to, first of all, to take a $400 bicycle mountain biking. Second of all, driven that far to only get 3 flat tires in the same day. Insane. Next of all, nobody in their right mind goes mountain biking on this is not a mountain bike, but on a bike like a $400 bike like this with 26-inch rims and shitty tires. Don't take the Louis Garneau Trust Bike to the mountains. You'd have to be out of your goddamn mind. Unless your plan is to go biking around a mountain town on paved pathways, sure, then this would be a great way to start your mountain adventure. If your mountain adventure is riding around town, absolutely. If you want to go riding in the actual mountains, on actual mountain trails, you'd be absolutely out of your mind insane to take the Louis Garneau Trust Bike. Don't do it. So this is just a review for average people, because the kind of person who's going to buy a $400 mountain bike like the Louis Garneau Trust Bike, anyone that knows anything about mountain bikes is going to take one look at this thing and say, oh Christ, I'm going to have to replace first of all, 26-inch rims, garbage for mountains. Second of all, you have to replace the rims, the tires, all the components. There's no way anybody who knows anything about mountain bikes would ever dream of taking the Louis Garneau Trust Bike on a mountain trail. So if your plan is to take the Louis Garneau Trust Bike to the mountains, get that out of your head right now. There's no way. Absolutely no way. It's not going to work. Is the Louis Garneau Trust Bike a decent $400 bicycle just for booting around town on paved city trails? If it weren't for the fact that I got 3 flat tires on the very first ride, the very first day, 2 separate rims, I would say for $400, this bike is a steal. But because there's obviously something gone horribly wrong with the rims and tire combo on this, I'm sure I'm not the only one. Please let me know in the comments. I'm sure there's going to be, if lots of these sell, you can bet your goddamn ass other people are going to be having the same problem. Hope that helps. Steer well clear of the Louis Garneau Trust Bike. You can't trust it. You will get 5 kilometers out on this thing and you're going to get a flat tire. And then you're going to replace it and then you're going to get another flat tire. And then you're going to replace that and then you're not going to have enough inner tubes left and you're going to have to push this thing another 5 kilometers.